In an age long ago, before history was ever written down, stories were born in the hearts of mountains and plains. Ferdowsi's Shahnameh, the book of the eternal legacy of the land of Persia, speaks of the first human beings, the emergence of knowledge, enlightenment, and the everlasting power of love. Here begins the very first tale of the Shahnameh, the legend of Zahhak and Fereydun.
به نام خداوند جان و خرد که از این برتر اندیشه بر نگذرد. خداوند نام و خداوند جای، خداوند روزیده رهنمای.
After the death of Tamaras, Jamshid ascended the throne, a wise and powerful king. He called upon his people to rejoice and build a flourishing land. In his reign, iron was drawn from the heart of the earth, and artisans set to work. They struck chisels against stone, built great walls, and shaped the world anew. Jamshid organized his people, the priests and scholars to spread knowledge, warriors to guard the realm, farmers to nurture the soil, and craftsmen to spin the wheel of life. The world was at peace, and time itself seemed blessed. Jamshid established the festival of Nowruz, the day when earth and sky sang with new life. In his golden palace, he adorned the halls with jewels and silks. People gathered before him, and he bestowed blessings upon all creatures. But pride took root in his heart. Jamshid no longer saw himself as a king. He claimed divinity itself. He said, "I am the creator, the ruler of all that exists." And with this arrogance, he lost the light of divine favor. In the heart of his pride, the seed of destruction was sown. Far away, in another land, lived Zahhak, the son of Murdas, a man who surrendered his soul to the devil's whispers. The devil came to him, disguised as a friend, with honeyed words and eyes that glowed with falsehood. He said, "Your father stands in your way. If you desire the throne, you must end his life." And Zahhak was led astray. In the darkness of night, Zahhak murdered his father and claimed the throne. But the devil was not yet done. He returned to Zahhak in the guise of a cook, crafting meals fragrant and tempting. In every bite, he mixed poison and deceit. With each bite, Zahhak's heart sank deeper into the abyss. Then, one fateful night, the devil kissed Zahhak's shoulders. From that kiss, two black serpents emerged, monstrous and hungry. Every day, they demanded the brains of two young men as their meal. Zahhak's kingdom was drenched in blood and despair. Yet even in this darkness, a spark of hope glowed. Two compassionate youths, Armail and Garmail, who worked as cooks. Each night, they saved one of the captives, hiding them away from the serpent's jaws. And so, though two were taken each day, one was freed each night. And so it was that each day the number of soldiers who wished to rise against the bloody reign of Zahhak grew. One night, Zahhak dreamt a nightmare. A child of royal blood would rise against him. The priests interpreted the dream. A child from the lineage of Jamshid will one day topple your throne. Zahhak, terrified, ordered the slaughter of any newborn with royal blood. But Faranak, a courageous woman and mother of Fereydun, hid her infant son deep within the mountains. She entrusted him to a magical cow full of milk and gentle care. Years passed, and Fereydun grew strong and mighty in the shelter of the mountains, with a fire of vengeance and hope burning in his eye. Meanwhile, Zahhak, who had become aware of the growing discontent among the people and the oppressive cruelty of his own rule, was also troubled by a dream. In it, a child was born who would one day rise up and destroy him. Fearing this prophecy, Zahhak decided to draft a declaration, called upon the elders of the Persian lands to sign it. They were to swear an oath proclaiming that Zahhak was a just and noble king who shed no innocent blood. The news of Zahhak's deceitful plan reached the ears of a righteous blacksmith named Kaveh. Upon hearing this, Kaveh's heart burned with anger. He cried out, "People of Persia, how long will we stay silent? Rise with me!" Kaveh raised his blacksmith's leather apron upon a spear, and this became the flag of the people, the Derevshe Kavyani, symbol of their uprising. Together, they marched to the mountains, where Fereydun stood ready. The blacksmiths forged him a mighty mace, shaped like a bull's head, the only weapon that, if wielded by someone who has drunk the milk of a magical cow, has the power to kill the demonic serpents. The people's army lifted the Derevshe Kavyani high. With Fereydun at their head, they stormed Zahhak's fortress. Like a raging river, they crossed the boundaries and smashed down the gates. Fereydun engaged in a one-on-one battle with Zahhak and struck the demonic serpents on Zahhak's shoulders with his mace. Killing them, they freed Jamshid's daughters, who had been imprisoned in that place of shadows. Zahhak, seeing his kingdom in ruin, fled into the darkness. But Fereydun pursued him. In the heights of Mount Damavand, he captured Zahhak in chains. The angelic Sorosh whispered to Fereydun, "Do not slay him. Bind him in the heart of the mountain, so that his evil may never again walk the earth." Zahhak was chained in the depths of Damavand's heart, and light returned to the land of Persia. The people rejoiced. The earth breathed free once more.
And so ends the tale of Jamshid and Zahhak, a story of light and shadow, of pride and humility, a story that teaches us, even in the darkest night, the flame of hope will never die.